I'm Paloma and this is my friend Asakin. We want to travel in time to 375 BC in order to get to know the history of catapults.
In order to travel, we need to ask Derby if it can send us back in time. Wow, we've made it to Greece in 375 BC. Now we need to know how the ballista was made. Hello, we'd like to know some history over the ballista catapult.
Sure. The ballista is a weapon built by two vertical bundles of rope that were made from hair or animal tendons that were strung tight like strings or a tennis racket, wooden arms between rope that made up the catapult spring. It was invented here in 375 BC but later on was used by the Romans who adjusted it for their needs. Although it was not the best weapon since it didn't have a powerfully hit unless the item thrown was lighted with fire.
Wow, thank you for the information. Can we see how the catapult was built and how it works?
Sure, no problem.
We should go to Rome next.
We should ask someone about the Mengono.
Hello, I overheard y'all want to learn about mangonels.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
So the mangonel was built here in 400 BC. It is launched when a rope is released from tension after being pulled on. It was reintroduced in England in 1216 during the Siege of Dover. It was very accurate. It required someone skilled to build and design it. It was capable of firing up to 1,300 feet when they did greater damage than the other catapults. It was used to hurl stones at castle walls in order to build it. It required to stretch or wind up a long piece of rope attached directly or indirectly to a throwing arm, therefore putting tension. It was then released, returning it to its original form. Around 20 men were required to pull the ropes attached in order to let go of it and attack.
That's awesome. Can we see how they were built and how it worked?
Wow, we should go see the Onger next. Derby, take us to 353 AD Greece. We are here to learn about the Onger catapult. Let's go to its inventor.
Hello, I heard you were looking for me.
We wanted to learn about the Onger.
Sure. The onager was a weighted sling. The catapult wasn't that good, but was only used due to the fact that it was easy to build and did not require technical knowledge to operate it. It disrupted the enemies but required an accurate positioning. It is a wooden frame that had to be of massive proportions. A single arm wall shelf in a twisted skein of sinew or horsehair was loaded by pulling down the arm and placing the missile in the cup and released.
I want to learn about the trebuchet next.
Let's go to ancient China, 1400 AC. Oh, this is the last place we'll go to visit.
I guess so. Let's look for the inventor.
Hello, who are you?
We are here to learn about the trebuchet.
Sure. The trebuchet was built during the Middle Ages, 1400 AC, so it could destroy the great walls of the enemy palaces. It threw heavy stones to walls and simultaneously killed enemies. Was the largest and most formidable stage machine. It consists of a long beam attached by axles suspended high above the ground by a stout frame and base, such that the beam can rotate vertically through a wide area. A sling attached to one end of the beam to hold the projectiles thrown when the beam is quickly rotated by applying force to the opposite end of the beam.
That's awesome. Can we see how they were built and how it worked?
Sure, no problem.
Possible improvements with today's technology. There could be a machine that can launch it with higher speed and force in order to have a higher impact. Today's technology could also help us build the catapults with a different material so it can be durable and sturdy. We could also have some type of computer on the catapult so it can calculate the speed, strength, length, and width that the object needs to be thrown.